Johnson. Nice dish for Champagny and 2.
Hello and welcome to Pitt Beyond the Script alongside men's basketball coach Jeff Capel. I'm Rob King of AT&T Sportsnet. Thanks very much for being with us. Coach, I want to take you back to the game against number 14 Virginia. You played a really solid 24 minutes back and forth with the team, lead changes. What did you like about the way your team performed over that first stretch of the first half and then the first 4 minutes of the second half?
You know, I thought we did some really good things. I thought we were really prepared. I thought our energy was great. I thought we were very connected early. And the game plan that we put together, I thought we did a pretty good job of executing some of the ways we wanted to attack, some of the things we wanted to do defensively. They made some adjustments and hurt us a little bit when they went smaller. We couldn't capitalize on some of the things on the offensive end that we had during that time. Really the last 3.5 minutes of the first half, that's the only segment that we didn't win of that first half. They made us pay. Really proud of how we started the second half. And then we had about a 5-6 minute stretch where we made mistakes, and what good teams do, and it's what they did, they made us pay for every one of them. And the game got away from us, but our guys fought. We fought back, we cut it to 7 and had some opportunities at the end, but just couldn't get closer.
I wanted to talk to you about that 5 or 6 minute segment because I'm sure that there were some things you'd like your team to do, but at some point you just say, wow, they're hitting every shot in sight. Yeah,
you do say that, but also just think about the breakdowns that we have, that we had during that time, I should say. We took a really, really difficult low percentage shot when it was 38, 36 their way. And then we didn't get organized in transition. That's something that we had talked about and done a great job up to that point. They don't push the ball, so it should be easy to get organized. And we had a matchup because we didn't point and talk, and they made us pay for it. And again, they're an odd matchup because their best shooters are their bigs. And your bigs are trained all the time to be the guys that help. And in this game, you have to have the discipline to not overhelp. And during that time, it comes from a place of trying to do some really good things, but we made some mistakes and they made us pay.
And right now, Xavier Johnson and his Pittsburgh team picking it up in the second half.
Sometimes shot selection also comes from a place of trying to do really good things. Is that, again, if we continue to talk about the evolution of the program, is that something that was isolated to this game, or is that something you have to be wary of? Because so many guys are thinking, hey, if I can make a shot here, I can get us back in it instead of we can get us back.
Yeah, I think that happens on every team, and especially if you have some good players, some guys individually that are good. I think that happens. It certainly happened in the Virginia game, but it's happened in just about every game for us. And the thing that you hope is that, as you go forward, it doesn't happen as frequently. And guys understand the difference between a good shot, a great shot, and a bad shot.
You talked about and alluded to the comeback for your team. Once again, showing the fight. You used words after the game. You played hard. We played together. We fought. Did you like that aspect of what your team did?
I love that aspect. I thought we did some really good things with the exception of that stretch, that from about the 15-30 mark until about the 10-minute, 9.5-minute mark. That's where it got away. But after that, we regrouped. We started getting some stops. We were able to get in transition. We were able to rattle them a little bit down the stretch, force them into some turnovers. They're one of the lowest turnover teams in the country. And so I thought we did some really, really good things. But when you're playing, I think they're one of the better teams in the country with the way they're playing right now. So it's a team that has championship DNA. The last time there was an NCAA tournament, they're the champs. And so when you're playing them, your mistakes they have to be minimal. And we just had that stretch where it got away from us.
And then you're getting ready for Louisville until you're not getting ready for Louisville. Again, we talked about that a couple of times over the course of these shows. How difficult is that for the team, just again, mentally thinking, hey, listen, we have some things we're building off of. We had a really good win, and then we had a good performance against the top team, and now we don't have a game we thought we had.
Yeah, it's the way we started as a coaching staff. We started hearing it a little bit earlier that the possibility of that game happening was very low. Then we started hearing about other possibilities, who you could possibly play, who could, who they could give us in replacement of them. And then on Sunday, you found out that that wasn't going to work, and so we were going to have some time. And so I try to find the positive in it. One of the things is that we're banged up. This time of year, everyone's banged up, so it gives us a chance to get a little bit of a rest, to give our guys a couple of days off. It gives us a chance to have some practice time, to work on some different things that we think could help us down this stretch run.
And we're going to talk a little bit more about that and their opponent coming up on Sunday, Georgia Tech, when we resume on Pitt Beyond the Script. First, a look at Xavier Johnson. That's coming up next.
Not worry about the rim. Oh, what a tough drive. Johnson takes the contact, too. You talk about a determined effort into the lane.